I'm Deanne from Newfoundland, Canada. Welcome to my FlossTube channel, Stitching on the Rock. We're at episode 9. Well, I'm a little behind when I had planned this to film. I was planning on the weekend. It's Tuesday, for those of you who aren't sure. But my son went on Easter vacation last Thursday, and the days have just been twisty-turny, topsy-turvy, whatever you want to call him. Not that he's been here. He spent the weekend with his dad, and yesterday he went to my mom's for last night and tonight, so I don't know why I'm using that as an excuse, but there it is. Happy Easter, belated Easter for everybody that celebrates. We didn't do a whole lot. Saturday was the nicest day we've had since last fall. It got up to 14, which if my phone calculated correctly, that's 57 Fahrenheit. We go by Celsius, obviously, here in Canada. So we went for a walk around a pond, big pond here in town. My son has, if you've watched previous videos, you know that he is very interested in ducks. It was windy on the pond, so there were no ducks, but it was a big pond here in town, and for someone like me, who hibernates all winter, I was feeling it on Sunday. It was great to get out and get fresh air, but my legs were protesting. And then Sunday I wasn't feeling all that well, so I didn't even get to Easter dinner, but my sister did up a plate for me and brought it up, and it was delicious. We didn't have turkey. We had my little Newfoundland tidbit for today. We had tur. And those of you who don't know what tur is, it's also known as, it's a bird, first of all. It's also known as the common murre, and it's like I guess it's like duck. I've never had duck, but if you know what duck tastes like, I guess tur kind of tastes like it. But we had all the trimmings with it, you know, our trimmings: carrot, potato, turnip, gravy, dressing, or stuffing as a lot of people call it, but we call it dressing because you actually put it in the turkey or chicken or tur, so you're dressing the bird, so we call it dressing. Anyway, that's my Newfoundland tidbit. What else is going on in life? Well, like I said, Aaron is off. He finished school Thursday. He got out an hour early on Thursday, and he's off until a week from yesterday, so next Monday they go back. And that's what a lot of people call spring break or whatever. We have it down, we call it Easter holidays. The education system here in Newfoundland, up until after I graduated high school, was segregated as a Catholic school board and a Protestant school board, so we still follow a lot of holidays that are based in religion. But anyway, so he's doing that. Started spring cleaning this weekend, so if my dust allergies are how terrible my dust is in my house. It's rearing its head, so I'm not sick, I'm just allergic to dust. And baseball season started. You know, I love the Blue Jays, so that will be a big deal for me until October, hopefully. Okay, that's about it for life. Now into stitching, and I've been working on a number of my works in progress, a little bit here and there, a little bit of a fully finished object. My very first time I've ever finished something other than putting it in a frame, so that was fun. Following Priscilla Blaine with Stitching with the Housewives, and Helen D, that's her YouTube channel. And I'm really enjoying watching them do little things of it. And I know in my first video I told you I was pretty much a full coverage stitcher, but that's because these things and being able to do PDFs and bring them up big on my tablet. But if I can get smalls that I can do PDFs with and finish a few small things in between my big things, I'll keep trying with that. Okay, so let's get started with the whips that I have worked on since I talked to you guys last. The first one I pulled out, let me find them because I have them in no order at all. Anyway, I won't go searching through them. These are the whips I've worked on since I did my last video. First up was Quick Stitch Iris. pictures are so tiny on this, which is by Josephine Wall for Heaven and Earth Designs. So this pattern should have been done a long time ago. It's only 4 pages, but it's 4 full coverage pages. And I'm working on page 3 out of 4. So this is what I have completed so far. And of course down here is what I've been working on. And it's kind of been blues and grays and nothing really exciting. But just to show you on the pattern, I'm assuming what I'm working on is this bud here. And so I don't really count how many stitches I have in that because it's a paper pattern. It was before I knew what PDF patterns were, so it's really hard to count the stitches in those. Now, up next, I worked on Amy Stewart's Pride and Prejudice for Heaven and Earth Designs. So this is part of a larger pattern. I think it might be Love Stories or something like that, but it's got like Pride and Prejudice, it's got Anne of Green Gables, it's got, Miss Kitty coming. Oh, I have scrap pieces of paper stuck in a box here. Sorry to go out of the screen. And she's just batting at one that's hanging out over the edge. But it's got Pride and Prejudice, Anne and Green Gables, it's got Romeo and Juliet, it's got several others, and so this is just quick stitch part of that big chart. And I'm doing this, Iris has done 2/2 on a 28 count even weave. In just a beige color, I don't know the name of it. And this one, Pride and Prejudice, done 1/1 on a 28 count ice blue even weave, and I'm doing it diagonally, so that's what I've got done. So I put in 944 stitches for that lovely lump of brown. I hope you can see because my lighting doesn't look all that great, but it's nice and sunny out. Anyway. Then I stitched on this one is, Mini Hometown Hero Baseball by Donna Gelsinger for Heaven and Earth Designs. And I put in 317 stitches on this, and this is stitch 1/1 on Sapphire Sky even weave, and that's where I want to make sure that it's done right. And that's coming along. I like the colors. It's nice to have a variety of colors to stitch instead of just one solid color. And then I worked on Snowflake Wonder, which is done by Lisa Victoria for Heaven and Earth Designs. I have finally gotten into another color of this. I did 467 stitches on this, and all that blue. And then I have finally, down here, gotten into some green, that's the dragon. So that was nice to actually do a bit of a different color. There she is. Let me see if I can get her to come visit for a second. There she is. She's not a cuddly cat. She's not a up in your arms kind of cat, but she always wants to be around. You say hi? Yeah. There she is. My desk is in front of a window, so she likes to come up and get up and look out the window. It's great. Moving everything around. Okay. So, Snowflake Wonder, Hometown Pride. That's okay. Alright. So I did a little bit on the pattern that I said that I was doing for my son for his birthday, the London Underground map. And been organizing my threads, and they're all there in a container, and she just knocked some of them on the floor. So I got the London, oh yeah, my TARDIS is upside down. So I got the London Underground under stitched, and to mind the gap, and that black. So it's coming along. I haven't done a whole lot with it since, because I have until the end of July to finish it. So that's that one. And I've been, like I said, watching baseball, and I watch baseball in the living room because my TV here in my craft room doesn't have cable. It's a smart TV, so I watch YouTube videos or Netflix. So I wanted something to do down there that wasn't that difficult to do. So I saw on the 911 Stitcher Facebook group that she had posted up that there was a new freebie from Pinker and Pumpkin. I think that's what the name is. Anyway, I'll link it below. And so I went, and she has tons of freebies. I don't have a picture. I'll stick a picture up of what it looks like when it's finished, because I just screenshot a bunch of them. So this one is Tulip House. So I've been working on this while I watch baseball. So it's quick and easy to do. So it's a house here, obviously, and it's yellow. And there's a motif here. It's like a quilt block, because I think it's Pinker and Pumpkin quilting. So there's a kind of a quilt motif here, and there's a heart right here. And I think I'm going to leave both of those out and just do the tulips and the house. And there's little tiny bees there, and there's a couple more that I have to fill in. Anyway, that's in my head of what I'm going to do with that. And that's all of my whips that I've worked on. So I've done bits on lots. That's that. Now a couple other things. I'll show you my fully finished object. I finished Waiting for Santa by Bent Creek. Oh, it needs a little squish. And this is how I've finished it. So I mounted it on mat board. It's kind of Priscilla-fied, as they call it, with Priscilla Blaine. But she uses sticky board, but I can't buy sticky board locally, so I got mat board. So I wrapped it around mat board, and then this fabric is, I think I showed it to you in one of my previous videos. Whoops. It's like blue with snowflakes, and then you put washers on the back, and then the board. Sorry about that. This kitty kind of knocked in. Anyway, sorry. As I was saying, the board behind came from Michaels, and it was stained to brown, and I just took some white chalk paint and just added a little bit of texture and stuff to it. And so the reason for the washers and the magnets is that if I decide to do a spring one and I want to use this board, you can just pop one cross stitch off and put the other one on, and then you don't have to buy a second board. Anyway, so that's that. Oh, I didn't show you, when I was showing Tulip House, I picked up this fabric at Walmart, and I thought it would be cute with the bees to do a little pillow. I've never done a pillow, but we'll see how that goes. Getting an inspiration, and hopefully I can follow through with being able to make it look decent. Okay, purchases next. I'm actually still waiting for a couple, but the others that I have that have gone missing. Sorry. Thought I was organized today. Okay, that's weird, because they were here. Anyway, I'll move on. I attempted my first coffee tea dyeing fabric. So I went to Michael's and bought one of the tubes of the Monaco, 28 count Monaco, and I bought just a little bottle of coffee, and I bought tea bags, but I didn't realize when I bought them only after that I had bought orange pekoe tea, but that's okay. It turned out well, and I have a pattern in mind for what I'm going to use the fabric for. So here is my first coffee tea dye attempt. And I really like how it turned out. It's a bit orangier than I thought, because like I said, I thought I was going to use regular tea. But the only thing is, it smells like coffee. But someone suggested after putting a bit of cinnamon in when I did it, or vanilla, and that would make it smell nicer. Or at least nicer to me, because I'm not a coffee drinker. But yeah, and what I picked out to do on it was going through my stash. I had this Samsara jumping jacks, and I noticed that this little one is stitched on a piece of fabric that's almost exactly the same color. So I'm going to do the big one on it, and yeah, but not right away. I have planned for down a couple of months in August. I'm going to do autumn in August, so Halloween is part of autumn, so that's what I'm going to do with that. And I have a clue where it was only fabric, but where it went, it was on my pile. Oh my lord. Oh, here it is. Okay, I see it. Well, it wasn't only fabric, but it was mostly fabric. I bought a couple of needle minders, and each of the companies that I bought a needle minder for sent me an extra one, which was great. So this one, today's forecast cross stitching with a chance of cussing, which I thought was really cute. I came from Dee Dee's Needle Minders, and well, they're on Etsy, but she also has Dee Dee's DDS needleminders.com. So, and then she sent me this cute little spring bunny with the watering can for free, which was really nice. And then the second one I ordered was in honor of my son, which says autism, different, not less. And that came from Otter Rose, and they're on Etsy and Instagram and Facebook. And then she sent me one that's like a little button for free, which was really nice. They were both really nice to do that. I don't expect these little companies that are, you know, little startup companies to send off stuff for free, but it was really nice of both of them. And then I got from Gitta's, which is GITTA' in Mississauga, which is where I order most of my cross stitch stuff. I got 2 pieces of fabric. I got a light green, or lichen green, and that's for my Anna Green Gables Heaven and Earth design, Amy Stewart one, just like the Pride and Prejudice one that I have. And I don't know when I'm going to get it started. And then, which is, I should show you the picture of it. This one here. And then the other piece, which I haven't even taken out of the plastic yet, but I will, is also a 28 count even Lugana, they both are, which is taupe color, which I thought that I would start the what is it? River's Edge, which is another one for my son with the ducks. Once again, I have no plans on to when I'm going to stitch it, but now I have the fabric. And finally, I had, when I started Circle of Friends, sorry about the noise, okay, oh, they must have sealed it. I was like trying to get it out of the bag. It was in the bag with the fabric. I was trying to get it out, but they must have one of those sealers because it was sealed in its own little slap. One of the Kreinicks I needed for Circle of Friends because I didn't have any of the specialty threads for that. And then all the other specialty threads for that are in the mail. Somewhere between here and there. And I also have, actually I think some of it I ordered from Traditional Stitches in Calgary, so it would take a little bit longer to come. And I also have in the mail a kind of peach color for Grand Slam, which is my son's dad's piece that I, once again, don't know when I'm going to start. I'd like to get some more progress on the heads that I'm working on before I start 3 more. Yeah. I think, as you know, I decided that May, I wasn't calling it Mania. I talked about that in a previous video, and if you want to know the reasons why, you can go back and look. But my birthday and Mother's Day, both in May, and usually within the same week, means that May is all about me. So it's May is all about me month. And I have a new start for each week plus start on my birthday. I decided I wasn't going to share them until I got to May. I'm going to do a video, fingers crossed, on the 1st of May with the first piece. But I said I will give you some kind of sneak peek. So this is the sneak peek that the first piece that I am stitching in May is going to be on. I've already cut it, so this is what's left over. It's called Winter Sky, a 32 count opalescent. So I don't know if you can see the sparkle in it. Oh yeah, it's pretty good. So that's my first piece is going to be stitched on that. And I'm hoping that it won't take me more than the week if that's all I'm stitching that week, which is the plan. Unless I get totally frustrated with it and need to change for some reason. Yeah, so that should be fun. Hopefully I haven't left anything out. Hopefully I haven't talked too fast. Hopefully I can get the 2 videos spliced together and you won't look like it's too terrible. And I'm still watching Helen D on YouTube. About 80 videos in. And it's been really great watching, and she does some wonderful stuff, and her finishing is amazing. So if you want to get some ideas, kind of like what I did with the snowman, but much better, and yeah, check her out. I'll link her below, and we'll see you again on the 1st of May, hopefully. Bye!